DGAT2, the enzyme that won't stop hoarding. If you imagine your brain's immune cells like tiny apartments, DGAT2 is the overeager roommate who keeps filling every closet with storage bins of fat until no one can move around. In healthy times, DGAT2 is useful. It takes free fatty acids and converts them into triacylglycerol, a nice tidy storage form of energy for when the cell might need it later. But in Alzheimer's, DGAT2 just doesn't know when to quit. Instead of doing its job and leaving, it sticks around, keeps cranking out fat, and gradually turns the microglial cell into a lipid warehouse. Suddenly, the brain's immune cleanup crew can't do their work because they're too busy being stuffed with their own inventory. This discovery, made by Purdue University researchers, is oddly reassuring because it doesn't suggest that the brain's immune system is permanently broken. It just suggests that one step in its metabolism got jammed, leaving microglia in a state of constant hoarding. That means the cells themselves are still alive, still capable of doing their job, but just overwhelmed by their own fat supply. It's the cellular equivalent of a well-meaning friend who started stocking up on canned goods just in case and accidentally filled the entire living room. The result is paralysis, not destruction. And that's good news because it means there's a way to reset things. The researchers didn't just point fingers at DGAT2, they went a step further and asked what would happen if they took away its power. Using molecules that either shut down DGAT2's fat-building function or accelerated its degradation, they saw a remarkable transformation. The microglia dropped their fat stores, re-energized, and went back to their original job, cleaning up amyloid beta plaques and calming down inflammation. It was as if the hoarder roommate finally moved out, the apartment was decluttered, and everyone could breathe again. This is one of the most encouraging Alzheimer's discoveries in years because it reframes the disease not as an unstoppable wave of damage, but as a reversible state of dysfunction. If DGAT2 is the overzealous hoarder, then treatment might simply be a way of teaching it to pack less or clock out at the right time. Instead of waiting until brain damage is irreversible, we could intervene when microglia are just starting to overload, restoring balance before neurons suffer. That could mean not just slowing disease, but preventing it entirely. Even better, this model could explain other puzzles in brain health. Lipid droplet accumulation isn't unique to Alzheimer's. It happens in normal aging, after traumatic brain injury, and in other neurodegenerative diseases. DGAT2 could be a shared switch that controls whether brain immune cells stay active or shut down under stress. Targeting it might help keep microglia nimble and protective in many different conditions, not just dementia. There's also something deeply satisfying about this finding on a psychological level. Instead of imagining Alzheimer's as this mysterious dark force attacking the brain, we can picture a single overactive enzyme cluttering the place up, and we can imagine scientists coming in and gently but firmly telling it to knock it off. It gives the whole story a sense of order, of solvability. It replaces hopelessness with the image of a biological system that just needs a little coaching to get back to doing what it was designed to do. So yes, DGAT2 is the enzyme that won't stop hoarding, but that means we finally know who's been filling the storage closets. And the best part? We now have tools to tell it to stop. That makes this research not just fascinating, but deeply hopeful. It points toward a future where microglia don't have to drown in fat, where the brain can clean itself again, and where we get to keep our memories longer. Instead of dreading the slow decline of aging, we can start imagining a future where our brain's immune system stays sharp, balanced, and lean well into old age, because DGAT2 finally learned to let go.